All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to Next Level Broadcasting's presentation of your Gaylord St. Mary Snowbird football. We're here in Central Lake, Herrick Field in Central Lake. As a matter of fact, we got a chilly, damp one. The rain stopped, but the wind is blowing, and it's probably around 48, 49 degrees as we are getting ready for game time. Our pregame brought to you by J&J Construction. They're building it for you. And, a lot of times we don't know where we're going to go when we start that process of building or remodeling. But that's where J&J Construction comes in. They'll help you every step of the way, get you into your dream house. Trusted by everyone, respected by all. J&J Construction, a proud supporter of Gaylord St. Mary Athletics and our sponsor for this pregame show. Gaylord St. Mary Snowbirds coming off a decisive 30-9 win against Rudyard in Week 1. The match, consistently physical Bulldog team, served as a perfect opening week opponent for the young Snowbirds. Coach Kevin O'Connell saw Rudyard as a measuring stick for their own physicality.
To be a level of physicality, because as you know, a lot of our kids are very young, and there's a big difference between varsity and JV physicality, let alone speed, and the violence of the game is exponentially greater. Would we be ready for that? And I think we were. So that part checked off the box. Were we physically ready? Yes. Were we physically conditioned for 4 quarters? No, we weren't. We petered off in the middle of the third. We did a terrible job of subbing people in. We should have done better rotations with our substitutions that we'll get better at. So it affirmed that we're good, but we have a lot to work on.
Week 2 brings us Central Lake, the Trojans. Different team with a different philosophy, and Coach Chase Hibbard, who does well in matching schemes to his personnel, ready to go. The Trojans off to a good start as well, taking down Marion 44-38 to open their campaign to bring home a second football title. Central Lake trailed 38-36 with 2 minutes remaining before punching it in and sealing the win. They're a resilient opponent, and O'Connell knows the Snowbirds must improve to win on the road.
Well, offensive line-wise, we need to be more disciplined. Recognizing the combo blocks and getting off, and recognizing the Mike and the Sam and things like that. So we stayed on double teams way too long. We talk about 4 hands and 4 eyes, and we stayed with 4 eyes and 4 hands on our target. We didn't necessarily take our blocks to the next level. Part of that level of conditioning, we had mental fatigue. We messed up a lot in the backfield, either by alignment, going the wrong direction, which, as we know, we run a lot of read plays. So that's kind of screwed things up. So we'll get better at those things. We're not really installing anything new per se. We got some horses with Calvin, Cal, and Logan in the backfield. We were concerned about Logan going in with some of the injuries, ill and over. He answered a lot of those things. So, because he only had like 4 or 5 carries throughout the game. Right. He blocked well. He's very unselfish, but when it's his time to carry the ball, he runs it very well. He's got great vision. I mean, he's not one of those big moose. He runs, but he's not a lumbering dude. He's got great vision. He's somewhat elusive for not being a cat, so to speak. But he's tough to bring down too. Yeah. Defensively, I think we're going to be okay. I think we need to be a little bit more disciplined, perhaps up front, linebacker tier-wise. And then DB-wise, we need better run support. We talk about DBs being pass first, run second. Well, they were pass first, pass second, pass third, and run fourth. And we needed them to run second. And so
And welcome back. Of course, we've got the rest of the Ski Valley Conference in action tonight. We'll get you updated on all those games at halftime. Meantime, Gaylord St. Mary won the toss and deferred. So they'll be kicking it off to Central Lake to start the game. St. Mary in the white uniform with the red and blue dressing, a very patriotic, pro-USA looking uniform. Of course, all of us military vets love that. St. Mary has got their team ready to go, ready to receive the kick. They'll be going from right to left tonight as we get things started in just a couple of moments. Deep back for Central Lake. Is Josiah Chellis ready to take that kick. And there it is, onside kick. It gets across to the 40, picked up by the hands team. Try and work it around the left side. Going to be tackled at about the 45-yard line. Good starting field position for Central Lake. Should mention there's a very brisk wind tonight, and it's at Central Lake's back here to start the game. 1st and 10 from the 44. So they'll set up in an I formation. We'll see plenty of that tonight. It's Brady Roggenbeck, the junior at quarterback. Fumble on the snap. Picked up by the fullback. That's Grant Miller, the senior. Tackled for a loss, but they saved the turnover. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Miller's one of those guys that we'll see. He lines up in the fullback position. He's a heavy load. We expect a lot of run up the middle, and we should see him try and challenge those DBs on the edges as well. Miller, again, going to set up in that fullback position. Billy Hop, the tailback. Snap's going to be a pitch to Hop, and we've got a flag. Or is it just a timeout? That's going to be an offside on Gaylord St. Mary. So an early mistake. Gets the Trojans 5 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd and about 6. Bright sunlight. They're pouring through those cumulus clouds tonight. Should be dry for the duration of our game. Roggenbeck under center. It's going to be a handoff to Miller, looking up the middle. Tackled by Lucas Grenier. That's good for about 5 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 1 for Central Lake. Expect a heavy dose of Billy Hop and Grant Miller tonight, working out of that I. 2 tight end set. Trojans looking for just one to move the chains. That's Roggenbeck under center again. Looking to take the snap. It's going to be a handoff. That's Hop on the outside. He's going to get that first down across the 40. He's tackled by Joe Jacobson. Came up from that DB position to make the tackle. Jacobson, the sophomore, saw plenty of action last week against Rudyard. Central Lake now back out to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun this time. And Regenbach's going to keep this one working around the left side. Good coverage by Gaylord St. Mary. Looked like it was Cash in on that tackle. Logan Grenier in there. That's going to bring up 2nd and about 5. Trojans moving the ball. Yet to see him throw it. Expect a lot of run tonight. Wind at their back, though. First quarter is the quarter they're going to want to use that passing game once they kind of get things settled out. And we'll see. We got a man jump. Coaches are looking for a false start. The officials, though, they're going to call that offside. So that one, again, against St. Mary. It looked like the movement was on the offensive side of the ball. And that's going to move, should move the chains. That will, yep, they'll move the chains. So now, just across the 30, out to the 29-yard line, 1st and 10 for Central Lake. Roggenbeck under center. I formation. Takes the snap. This time it's going to go to Riley Schaefer. Doesn't get much on that one. Charlie Cameron in on that tackle. Jackson Vernier in the vicinity. And Central Lake back to the line of scrimmage. Power formation. That's a quarterback keeper. He's looking around the left side. Works his way down to about that down marker, so might have got a half a yard on that one. That's going to bring up second down. Check that, third down. St. Mary's starting to get their legs under him here. Approaching the red zone. 3rd and 10, looking for a stop. Looks like a pass formation. Roggenbach, no, it's going to be a shovel pass. He's going to be tackled in the backfield. Good coverage by Gaylord. And that's going to bring up 4th and long. 2-yard loss on that one brings up 4th and 12. Roggenbach coming in from the sideline with the play. We'll see what Central Lake dials up tonight. Head coach over there, Chase Hibbard. Got the big guy in there, Grant Miller, set up at fullback. Billy Hopp in as well. Roggenbach under center. And it looks like he got another offside call. Hard count. Got a little bit of movement. That's going to open up the playbook a little bit. Bring up 4th and 7 with the marker. Again, it's a 4th and long situation. 7:59 on the clock. No score here in the first quarter. Roggenbach back under center. Hopp and Miller in the backfield. Little bit of a mishandle there. It's going to be a little rollout pass, falls harmless, and that'll be a turnover on down. So Gaylord St. Mary defense stiffens when they need to, despite some penalties. I'm sure the coach is going to be looking to clean that up here before they get out there on their next series. We've got the offense now for St. Mary's coming out. Big star of the game last week, of course, Nathan O'Connell, responsible for 3 touchdowns, 1 in the air, 2 on the ground. We'll see if they can dial up some more of that magic. We've got Grenier in the backfield with him. Again, he finished the scoring last week against Rudyard with a big touchdown run. A little over 30 yards on that carry, and it's going to be a drop back pass. O'Connell's looking. He's going to go over the top. He's looking for Royce. And there was nobody looking back for the ball on the defensive backside. Cal Royce turned around to try and make a play. No DB even bothered to look back there. He was all over him, and no call on that one. That was an interesting call. That was an interesting no call. It looks like we're going to get a sideline warning. A little bit of a sideline warning here for Gaylord. All right. It's an interesting start to this one. Just under 5 minutes in. So 2nd and 10 now. O'Connell in the shotgun. Going to hand that one off. He's got it up the middle. Good for a couple of yards on that carry. Skaronski on the carry there. Good for a couple. Brings up 3rd and 6. O'Connell now again sets up in the shotgun. He's got Royce split out to the right. Another run play. That one's going up the middle. A little bit of a seam there. Pretty nice job. That's going to be 4th. Let's see what he got. He got a 3 or 4 yards on that one. I'll call it 3 yards. So 4th and 3, 6:46. Of course, you expect St. Mary going to go for it here. Got a really good running game. We'll just see what the play is. Grenier back in there for the Snowbirds. Logan Grenier going to set up behind O'Connell in the shotgun. And that one's going to be a little bit of a bobble. O'Connell can't get loose, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield. Turnover on downs. Central Lake excited about that as they get ready to bring their offense back out. Again, got to point out the last series on defense, 3 interesting flags for offside. 2 of them look like false starts, and they're going to have to shake it off and make a good defensive stand here at their own 29-yard line. Central Lake now breaking the huddle. Roggenbach under center. He's got Miller and Hop in the backfield. He's going to pitch that to Hop, who looks to go to the right side, cuts it back, finds a little bit of room. That's going to be O'Connell cleaning up the play at the 20. Let's see where they spot that one. It looks like he might be about a yard or a half a yard short of the first. They'll mark it right at the 20-yard line, so just shy. 2nd and short coming up for the Trojans. Good piece of running. He found that cutback seam and was able to get in there and nearly get the first down. Roggenbach, he's going to have a little bit of trouble with that snap and finds himself outside, just inside the 30-yard line on that one. So nice tackle for a loss. Technically a sack for your St. Mary Snowbirds. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. So the defense, again, does a good job stiffening up, and they're going to create a 4th down situation here, they hope. Getting ready to break the huddle there. Miller and Hop again in the backfield. Roggenbach under center. Takes that one, drops back. He's going to look to the left. He's got an open man, and he's got some room to run. Cuts back, and he's got himself a touchdown in the end zone there. Number 34, that's Nolan Essenberg with the catch. Good vision, too, to get himself back around. Central Lake scores first blood on a little out route that turned around and made it put the first 6 on the board. And it looks like they're going to set up for 2. That's Billy Hop going to take the snap. Looking for some room to run. St. Mary's covers that, so no extra point. That's going to make your score 6-0 here with 4:54 to go. We'll step aside, take a quick break. When we come back, your kickoff. Gaylord St. Mary with their 2nd opportunity on offense upcoming on Next Level Broadcasting.
Today's game is presented by J&J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Robert T. Westerman, Attorney at Law, Professional Seamless Gutters, Schultz's Marathon Party Store, Mama Leone's, Raffy's Hibachi and Sushi Bar, The Powerhouse Gym.
And welcome back, Herrick Field, Central Lake, Michigan. Trojans on the board first. Touchdown pass from Roggenbach. And it's going to be a line drive kick handled by Royce. Picks it up, looking for a little room on that left side. Breaks through one tackle. He's got the sideline now. One man to beat as he tries to cut back. That was good coverage by Central Lake to save the touchdown. Excellent play by Royce just to find that seam. Some great blocking up front as well. So it looks like St. Mary going to start with some really good field position. Getting that field flipped a little bit here as we look at 1st and 10. We'll see where they spot it exactly. Hard to see on that far sideline. So it's going to be the 44-yard line. Grenier set up in the backfield. O'Connell in the shotgun. It's going to go up the middle. There's Grenier. He finds himself a little bit of a seam, bowls his way forward across the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. He's a load. Nice 6-yard gain on that. Brings up 2nd and 4. O'Connell again in the shotgun. Grenier going to stay in the backfield. Central Lake looking like a blitz, run blitz, and it's Grenier. He's going to cut through, finds himself a little bit of room as he works his way to the left side, out across the 30, down to about the 28, 29-yard line, checking the spot. They're going to mark that on the 30. Interesting. All right. 1st and 10 from the 30, 4:03 here on the clock. O'Connell got the team moving, running the ball pretty well behind Grenier in that big line. He's going to stay in the backfield. O'Connell in the shotgun. And there's the snap. Again, they're going to give him another dose of Grenier. He finds himself a lane on that left side. DBs have to come in and clean that up a little bit as he gets out across the 20-yard line. Again, moving the chains. That's going to bring up another first down. 1st and 10 at about the 19. Grenier's going to come off and catch his breath. O'Connell again in the backfield, set up in the shotgun rather. Royce now moves over to that left side. Look for him. He's a favorite target. It's going to be another run play. They're trying to get it up the middle. It's going to be maybe about a yard loss on the play. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. So no gain on the play. Now check that. That'll be a 1-yard loss on the carry. 2nd and 11. 2:47 on the clock. 6-0 Central Lake. Snowbirds on their second offensive possession of the game so far, moving the ball pretty well. That's going to be a high snap. O'Connell falls on that one, and it's going to be a loss of, looks like a loss of about 12 on that one. Maybe see what the official spot is. They're going to mark that one, looks like at the 31-yard line. So 3rd and 23 upcoming. Empty backfield now. O'Connell in the shotgun. He's got 3 wide receivers, 2 split wide to the right. Royce is going to go in motion. Quick out to him, and it was a little bit hot. Not able to handle that one, and that's going to bring up 4th and 23. Interesting play call there on that screen pass, looking to try and break Royce loose, but that's a lot of yardage. Of course, you're looking at 2-down territory. Now, though, out of options at 4th and 23. 3 wide, and here we go. O'Connell's going to drop back. He's looking for Royce. Royce got it on his hand, but just as he was into the sideline, I don't know if he would have been inbounds to make that catch, but that was about as well thrown as you're going to get with the coverage that was there. So that'll be a turnover on downs. Central Lake now with 1:39 to go in the first quarter, going to take over. 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. Look for another good defensive stand by your St. Mary Snowbirds here. Trailing 6. Want to mention Gaylord seal coating. If you've grown up in Michigan, you've grown up with cracked roads, parking lot pavement. You can't trust those potholes the size of an offensive lineman, especially if you're talking about a Charlie Cameron size. That's why you get your Gaylord seal coating there. They've got you covered. Check them out. Gaylord seal coating. They've got you covered. Nice tackle for a loss on that last run play. 2nd and 15 now with 1:21 clock ticking down. It's exactly what the defense is looking to do. Try and get a quick turnaround and get that ball back into the offense's hands. We saw some good running. Grenier responsible for 3 3 really good runs to move the chains. It's going to be a handoff. Miller, nowhere to go, and he's going to be stuffed at the line. Another good play there by the defense. Up front, they're stout. Charlie Cameron leading the way. You've got Logan Grenier up there as well, his brother Lucas. Jackson Vernier up there on that line as well. Shotgun formation now for Roggenbeck. He's going to drop back looking for a pass, and he's got one there. Able to get that pass threaded, though, and that's Miller on the catch as he cuts back, looking for some room to run, goes back to the other side. He's got a wide open seam and lots of speed. Check that. That was Josiah Chellis on the reception and subsequent touchdown run. Initially looked like it was pretty well covered. Was able to get just enough separation to make the catch and then use his speed and a little bit of elusiveness to get in for the score. That's going to bring up another 6. So Central Lake with a early 12-0 lead as they get ready to go for the extra point. Might remember their last time through, they tried a Billy Hop on the right side, and that wasn't going to work out. Well, it's going to end the first quarter. We'll try that extra point. When we come back, you're listening to Gaylord St. Mary football on Next Level Broadcasting.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutter.
All right, welcome back. Trojans get one in the end zone there on a touchdown pass. Did not score. Just short of the goal line then. Okay. That's going to bring up 1st and 10 at the 2. They're going to try the tush-push move there, and we'll see if they got enough. One line judge comes in, says touchdown. See if we can get the confirmation on the other side. Yep, they'll give him the touchdown. So there's your 12, and that'll bring up an extra point attempt. Looks like they'll keep it on the ground. The wind dying down, still fairly stiff, probably about 11 miles an hour straight in from the right to left. It's going to be a direct snap to their quarterback. He's looking for a pass play. There's nothing materialized. Initially might have been Chellis that he was looking for in the end zone, but he just never got to the area he was looking for. So that is going to be another missed opportunity for Central Lake on the extra point. 12-0 your score, 11:55 to go here. Now in the second quarter, we'll step aside for a moment. When we come back, actually, you know what? We'll keep it right here. Let you know that Professional Seamless Gutters, your home. Gutters are always there when you need them to be. So our good friend Orion Benengo is there. That's why he started Professional Seamless Gutters. Professional Seamless Gutters offers fast and experienced service, real-time quotes, but wait, there's more. You'll actually get an answer to your phone call. That's right. Professional Seamless Gutters is at 989-619-3407. Tell them Next Level Broadcasting sent you. Central Lake going to kick it off now. It's going to be a boot, going to get picked up right inside the 25-yard line. Plenty of room to run on that one. That was Furman, ball carrier on that. Look like you will see where they spot that one. Looks like you got about a 15-yard return on that. That's going to bring 1st and 10. Just short of the 47-yard line here. O'Connell. Third opportunity out here on the offense. Saw some nice running by Grenier in the last series. He's back out there in the backfield. Handoff to Grenier. He looks for a little room. Nice vision to find that seam, and he goes out the right side, rumbling down just short of the 40. Looks like they're going to spot that at the 42-yard line. Another good run by Grenier. He is just a workhorse. Definitely one of the positive signs for that Gaylord St. Mary offense. Bringing up 1st and 10 now. On the Central Lake side of the field. Grenier's going to stay in the backfield. O'Connell is now in the shotgun. He's got Royce. They're going to drop back and pass. Looking for Royce. He gets him on that left side. Nice little stutter step and go, and he's down the sideline. 10-5, touchdown. Beautiful pass and catch, and a great move for Royce to shake loose. The DB was right there, but that stutter step, a little bit of Barry Sanders in there, and he found himself a seam, and down he went. So Gaylord St. Mary on the board now. Beautiful play. Again, well-executed pass, perfect catch, and a nice little stutter step to open him up. They'll keep the offense out there going for 2. And there we see Charlie Cameron set up in that fullback position. Direct snap. He's going to take it. He cuts inside. That is a running back move right there. Charlie Cameron cuts it in and gets the 2-point conversion for the Snowbirds, cutting that lead 12-8 now. St. Mary doing what they need to do to get that ball in the end zone. We saw a little bit of Charlie Cameron on the extra point attempts last week. Good for 2 or 3 of them against Rudyard. Great opportunity there for Mini Fridge to find the end zone. All right, so Central Lake going to get set to receive. Seeing some good things from the defense on their last series, so we'll be looking for, again, a little bit more of that toughness to come through. Again, Central Lake, another team that loves to run the ball. Miller and Hop, obviously part of that. Roggenbeck finding some success through the air, though, on the last couple series. Just want to let you know that, of course, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, when it's time to get away to your dream destination, like many, that means flying into and out of northern Michigan. So when you're looking to fly in or out, make sure you check out Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. Best gateway in the world. Services from Allegiant, American Delta, Sun Country, and United Airlines. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Another one of those flags that just infuriates coaching staff. Wind at their back, and actually it's kind of dying down now, so less of a factor than it was when we started. That American flag was just standing straight out. Looked beautiful, but not necessarily what you're looking for when you're trying to get a passing or kicking game going. So that's going to give Central Lake first down at the 35-yard line. Roggenbeck is going to be in the shotgun. We'll see which way the flags are going to go this time. That hard count, it looked like he might have got an offensive lineman finally this time. The hard count, it's frustrating when the hard count is actually stumbles your own team a little bit, but that's the way it goes. So that's going to make it first and long, 15 yards. Central Lake waiting for the play to come in from the sideline. Roggenbeck breaks the huddle, sets up in the shotgun. Basically the same formation we saw last time. Miller and Hop on that right side. O'Connell looking like he might, and he will. Here he goes. That's a blitz, and it's nearly picked off. It was actually in his hands, and somehow Chellis ended up with the ball. The DB, Joe Jacobs, had his hands on the ball, was spun around. He couldn't bring it in. Chellis was there to pick up the tip and take it all the way into the end zone. So, quick strike by the Central Lake Trojans, 18-8 as they get ready for the extra point attempt. St. Mary doing a good job stopping the run, and great coverage on that play. Jacobson was right there. That's Miller going to take the snap as he goes up the middle and gets his way into the end zone. And that's going to be 2 for Central Lake. Your score now with 11:15 to go in the second quarter, 20-8. We're going to step aside for a quick one. We'll be back with more St. Mary football on Next Level Broadcasting.
Hi, I'm Orion. But you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
All right, welcome back. Your score 20-8. Central Lake now kicking that one off. It's going to be a line drive. Picked up, secured. He looks around the left side. That looks like Jacobs. No, sorry, Mark Furman. Durecki, gotcha. Gets it up across the 46-yard line. So good starting field position for St. Mary as they look to cut into that lead a little bit. Nice series on the last drive. Grenier sets up in the backfield. O'Connell in the shotgun. Looking to the sideline for the adjustment. Puts Royce in motion. That's going to be Grenier. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a 3-yard loss on the play. Second and 14. Grenier going to stay in the backfield there. Royce set over on the left side. O'Connell, shotgun, takes a snap. That's Grenier again. Not a lot of room. He's going to try and bounce it to the outside. Shakes loose a tackle, but they clean it right up and meet him. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage on that last play. Going to be 3rd and 14. So no gain on the play. Clock continues to roll. 10 minutes coming up. Central Lake trying to find some answers to that run game. So far, this series, they've done it. Connell in the shotgun. He's going to take it, snap a little low, but he handles it. Grenier finds a seam out to the right side, finally tripped up as he gets across the 50. Definitely making that 4th down attempt a little more manageable. They'll mark that back at the 49 for St. Mary. It's going to bring up 4th and 7. Under 10 minutes now to go in the half. Grenier stays in at tailback. O'Connell's going to drop back and throw. Almost intercepted as Central Lake sent Essenberg in, tried to jump that route and not able to come up with it. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Central Lake brings their offense back out. That's going to be 49-yard line. So Central Lake starting off just over the halfway mark here, 9:05 to go. That's Miller. No, he's going to be set up in the fullback position. Roggenbeck under center. It's going to be a handoff to Miller. He goes just off that left side. He's going to move the pile about 4 yards on that. Now they'll spot that just a yard short of that. So 2nd and 7 coming up. Second and 6. Roggenbeck again under center. Miller and Hop in the backfield. I formation. He's going to drop it. It's going to be a pitch to Hop. He's looking for some room. Gaylord covering that one really well. Tackle for a loss. Royce is in there. Looks like Cameron's in there as well. About a 3rd and 8.5. Two-down territory for the Trojans here as we go under 8 minutes now in the half. Roggenbeck under center. He's got Hop and Miller in the backfield looking to throw over the top. Picked off by Royce. He hangs on to it as he stumbles down inside the 30-yard line. It's exactly what this defense needed. Good job is working his way back there and working himself into position to pick that one off. Nice turnover, if you're St. Mary's, obviously. 7:41. Offense back out on the field for the Snowbirds. And they're going to move the ball, change the spot. Looks like they're going to set that up at the 28-yard line. So 1st and 10, empty backfield with O'Connell in the shotgun. Got Royce over on the left side. He's going to come across. O'Connell keeps it. He's looking to run it. Find some room on that left side. Rumbles down to the sideline. Just about enough for a first down. They'll mark him a yard short. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. They'll make that 2nd and 2. Empty backfield again for St. Mary. Grenier set up on that left side there, split out. Going to be a handoff. This time it's Royce. He finds a little bit of room around that left side. Tackled and taken out of bounds. That'll get him just about to midfield. Enough for the first down and then some. Spot that right at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for Gaylord. Snowbirds moving along. Little mix of pass and run. One back in the backfield. O'Connell going to hand that off to Royce, and he's going to get hit. That was Jeremiah Broylat on the tackle. Middle linebacker for Central Lake. And that's going to be a timeout called on the field. St. Mary going to take that one. We want to just let you know that Schultz Marathon Gas Station and Party Store, they're right off exit 301 on I-75. And it's a marquee destination for all those Snowbird travelers heading north for Snowbird road trips this fall. Offering a wide selection of snacks, refreshments, delicious pizza, quality service. A proud sponsor of Snowbird football on Next Level Broadcasting. That's Schultz Marathon Gas Station and Party Store. Pat Schultz, a Snowbird alum, as a matter of fact. Check them out when you get a chance. If you're looking to get your swell on too, check out the Powerhouse Gym. Throughout the course of the game, St. Mary's student athletes tested both mentally and physically, even spiritually, and all those values important at Powerhouse Gym as well, and they're proud to support by helping make tonight's live stream broadcast possible. Thank you very much. So here we go. 2nd and 13 now, 6:58 left in the half. Got Grenier lined up now in the backfield behind O'Connell, who's in the shotgun. It's going to be a handoff to Grenier. He's going to move over, tries to move, miss one man, but he hung on to make an ankle tackle there. That's going to be back to, looks like the original line of scrimmage. Oh, there was a penalty on that last play. So 3rd and 11. Waiting for that play to come in on the sideline there. All right. Empty backfield now. 3 wide receivers. Look for Royce, split wide to the left. Going to put him in motion. Going to drop back. O'Connell lets one loose right side. He's got a man open. Caught. That was Cash. Gets it down to across the 50-yard line. Looks like the Central Lake 48. That's going to bring up 4th and 3.5. Coming up on the 5-minute mark here in the half as they break the huddle. And it's going to be a keeper. That's Cameron, Charlie Cameron. He cuts his way through. Some nice moves from the big fella. You'd think it was all power run, but he actually makes a couple of nice moves to miss some tackles before he's finally brought down just short of the 40-yard line. That's enough for a St. Mary first down. So the Snowbirds moving as O'Connell steps into the huddle, gets that play ready to go. Again, it's going to be a 3 wide receiver set. Royce now lined up on the right side. He's going to go in motion. Drops back. He's looking. O'Connell's going to keep it. No, he's going to throw. He's got a man open. He ran him open, and there's Royce with the catch as he tries to cut loose. Not able to shake off those defenders, and they get him down, but he's inside the 10-yard line. O'Connell did a really nice job with his feet. The DBs relaxed a little too much, and he found Royce wide open down the sideline. Inside the red zone now. 1st and goal at the 9. Grenier in the backfield. O'Connell sets up in the shotgun. He's going to keep it, runs around the right side. Nobody there. He's got one man now to beat as he hits that corner, and he's in the end zone. Nice run by the quarterback. Played the angle, and he got in there. So St. Mary on the board now. Cutting into that deficit. Just over 4 minutes to go until the half. O'Connell trying to catch his breath there, get his shoe tied up as Royce comes into the ball game. Caught the defense in a little bit of over pursuit. Misdirection, and O'Connell finds the end zone. Grenier is set up in the tailback position as they go for 2 here. O'Connell, he's going to take it. Yeah, option play. He's going to let him have it, and he goes for 2. So with 4:08 to go here in the first half, your Snowbirds shorten up that deficit a little bit. 2016 Central Lake with the lead. We'll step aside, bring you back with some Snowbird football on Next Level Broadcasting.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Boyne City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
We all know northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
And welcome back. Snowbirds on the board after the O'Connell run on the right side. They make the extra point count. Nice deep kick, and that one's going to go all the way back for a touchback. Little extracurriculars there for a minute, but cooler heads prevail, and we'll get ready for some Snowbird defense here. The Trojans look to try and get some more on the board if they can before the half. Of course, Gaylord would love a turnover and try and take the lead before halftime. See how it all shakes out. Central Lake going to start 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Roggenbeck going to set up in the shotgun. He's got Hoppin Miller out there with him. And that's going to be another hard count. Got the Snowbirds on that one. We'll see. Looks like they're going to call that offside. So 1st and 5 after the offside penalty. Roggenbeck coming in from the sideline with the play. And they break the huddle. Roggenbeck going to be in the shotgun. He's got Hoppin Miller. Going to keep it this time as he looks for some room around the right side. A little bit of a seam, but that hole is plugged. And that is going to be looks like maybe a loss. Might have got a loss on that. We'll see. No, they're going to spot that as a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 4 coming up. Looked like he got him short of the line to gain, but shotgun again, Roggenbeck. He's going to take that one. This time he's looking to go right side. Got some blockers in front of him. And we've got a flag on the play. Looks like they're going to get a holding. O'Connell should have been in position to get that. He was held up, so that was a good play there by the defense. Good call by the officials to catch that hold. One of the few penalties called on Central Lake tonight. That's going to bring up 2nd and 14 now with 3 minutes to go before the half. If you're Central Lake, you wonder if they're just going to try and milk that clock as much as they can. Content with a 4-point lead going in, but yeah, we'll see. Roggenbeck in the shotgun. Takes it, drops back to pass. He's going to throw it deep. Wide open receiver. Flag down on the play as well in the backfield. They're going to run this one in, but it may be coming back. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's going to be coming back. A penalty going to be called against Central Lake on that one. Looks like a clip. We'll see what the official call is. Yeah, it's going to be chop block. Charlie Cameron trying to get in position there. He had a shot at the quarterback, but again, he got his legs cut out from under him. So that one's going to come all the way back. Wide open receiver, too. Hate to see it. All right, so that's going to bring up 3rd and very long. Now they'll replay that 2nd down with the yards attached to it. So 2nd and looks like about 21, 22. .245 to go here in the half. You know, St. Mary'd love to get a chance with the ball again before the halftime. Rockenbeck's going to drop back to pass over the middle. Somehow, some way, looked like he almost had that one. He had it in his hands, but he dropped it. That was Essenberg. Called his name a couple of times tonight. DBs were in the area, linebackers in the area, and somehow he got that pass through there. 2:41, we've got a timeout on the field. We're going to keep it right here, though. Want to let you know that Mama Leone's started in 1953, and they've been serving up world-class Italian cuisine and pizza. Family-owned restaurant and the official post-game gathering place for the Gaylord St. Mary Snowbirds. Great time if you get a chance to get on down there. So see you after the game at Mama Leone's, located on 2583 South Otsego Avenue in Gaylord. Want to make sure you tune in to the post game. Rafi's Hibachi and Sushi Bar. They're going to celebrate with us for the big win. Got a special anniversary or another special occasion? Make Rafi's your destination. Something on the menu for everybody. Proud sponsoring of the player of the game tonight. Tonight's player of the game going to get a gift certificate to Rafi's. Thank you for your support. So 3rd and 32 upcoming. 2:41 on the clock. Had a big play called back on a chop block. Central Lake definitely wanted to get that one back. I formation now. He's going to drop back to pass, rolls out to his right. Looked like he had somebody there. No, he's going to get tackled for a loss. 2:32, and clock's ticking. And they'll call a timeout with 2:29 to go here. So tackle for a loss. That's going to be 4th and long. $2:29 to go here. We'll let you know, too, Sky Media 45. If you want to enhance your brand, Sky Media 45 brings excellent photography and post-production to bring you stunning video and aerial image content. Showcase your community event or business with our expert aerial solutions. Ready to fly for you? Visit skymedia45.com. So here we go. Just over 2 minutes to go in the half. 4th and 25. 2016 your score. St. Mary with a chance to get the ball back and maybe take the lead before half. We'll see. They've got Royce in the backfield, or deep back to receive the punt. That's Rogenbach set up as the punter. He takes that snap, and he's going to kick that one. Royce will field it. Takes a couple of steps, gets a couple of more steps, and he's going to be just across the 30, call it the 33-yard line. St. Mary with an opportunity to take the lead here. Plenty of time. They've got a timeout remaining as well. Saw some nice misdirection on their last series. A good mix of pass and run. See what they dial up this time. Grenier going to be set up in the backfield. He's got Cameron up there on that right side. We'll O'Connell, shotgun, takes it. Going to hand it to Royce. Royce, nowhere to run, but he cuts back. Made one man miss. They tried to arm tackle him, and that's not going to be good enough. Maybe got a yard or so on the play. Did a good job just keeping it from actually being a tackle for loss. Royce now lost his helmet, so he's coming off. So it looks like that's going to bring up 2nd and 9. .158 and counting. Grenier in the backfield. O'Connell in the shotgun. He's up the middle from Logan. And that's going to bring up 3rd and long. Just not able to make a hole there for Grenier. 3rd and 8 now. Under 2 minutes to go before the half. Mertz set out wide to the left. Royce out wide to the right. O'Connell's going to drop back over the top. He's got a wide open Mertz. He's going to take it out of bounds. Smart play. He wasn't going to get it in the end zone anyway, so he's going to stop the clock with 1:08 and moving the chains. Nice heads-up play by the receiver. So 1:08 on the clock here. St. Mary's moving the ball. 1st and 10 inside the 20. 3 wide receivers set again. O'Connell's going to take it, drops back, looking to throw. He's got the right side, man open. We'll see, not able to hang on to it. Stretched out to get it, just couldn't bring it in. Weitzel might have been out of bounds anyway. Central Lake going to call a timeout with 1:02 to go. If you're dreaming of the sun and sand, TVC, Cherry Capital Airport, going to take you there, whether it's to Florida beaches or the Caribbean, or if you want to hit the links in Phoenix, fly nonstop on Allegiant or with just one stop on American Delta or United. And let's book your fall or winter vacation to 20 nonstop destinations served by all 7 airlines, including Avalo and Sun Country. Don't miss out. Seats are filling up fast. Now's the time to book your 2025 fall vacation experience. Visit tvcairport.com for the up-to-the-minute flight details. 1:02 to go here. 2nd and 10. Central Lake with the timeout. Ball at about the 18-yard line. It's well within their ability to get this one in there. 1 timeout remaining for both teams here as O'Connell sets up. He's got Royce in the backfield with him. Going to be an option, handoff. Royce looks for some room. He's got it around the left side, and he's in there. Gets in there. And so the Snowbirds. So Royce was across that line, goal line or whatever. So we're going to see what the hubbub is there with the officials. Once that ball crosses the plane, that's a touchdown. Shouldn't be any discussion about that. Or maybe they're saying he was short of the goal line. They're going to say that he was short of the goal line, so that's going to bring up. We'll see what the call is. I'm not really sure what the call is, to be quite honest with you, and I think some of the officials aren't sure either. Okay, so it's going to be 1st and goal. They're going to say he was just short of the goal line. .47 seconds on the clock. They got the big package in there. O'Connell's going to take it right up the middle, and no doubt he's across the line this time. No question. So Nathan O'Connell in for a 2nd rushing touchdown tonight with 40 seconds to go. St. Mary takes the lead. 22-20 here as we get ready for the half. And is Grenier set up in the backfield? That's going to be O'Connell. He's looking for some room to run, and he's going to fall short of the extra point attempt. So 22-20 your score here with 40 seconds to go. Just about halftime here. St. Mary couldn't ask for a better situation. They got the ball back with under 2 minutes to go and able to punch it in there for the touchdown. When we get up to the halftime, we'll talk about the rest of the Ski Valley Conference. In action tonight, Pellston played a game last night. We'll get you the score on that one shortly. And we've got some professional football coming up this weekend. Lions open their season against Green Bay at Lambeau. We'll talk about that. Maybe some more bad blood, some new bad blood between those two teams, if you can imagine. All that coming up at the half. Michigan and Michigan State both playing prime time tomorrow night as well. We'll get you that matchup. St. Mary going to get ready to kick this one off. Again, 40 seconds to go. Royce going to give this one the boot. And that one's going to bounce down to about the 20-yard line. He's going to pick that one up. Looking for some room and gets a little bit of room. Finally taken down right about the 40-yard line. That was Nolan Whistler on the return. Picked it up at the 20, got himself about 19 yards on that return. They'll spot that one at the 39-yard line. That's Royce coming off. And so we got a Gaylord St. Mary timeout here with 34 seconds to go. Trainers are going to see to Royce. And we're going to step aside for a moment. When we come back, we'll wrap up this first half. Your score, 22-20. You're listening and watching Gaylord St. Mary football on Next Level Broadcasting.
Fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Today's game is presented by J&J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Robert T. Westerman, Attorney at Law, Professional Seamless Gutters, Schultz's Marathon Party Store, Mama Leone's, Raffy's Hibachi and Sushi Bar, the Powerhouse Gym, Gaylord Eye Care Center.
And welcome back. Just about wrapping up this first half. Going to be a pitch out to Hop. He finds some room on the right side. Missed tackle. He jumps over and his own man gets it across 50-yard line. Looks like he's got the 47-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Central Lake with 27 seconds to go. They do have one timeout. Two-point lead now. St. Mary was well behind the Trojans to begin that second quarter. Able to get back into the game and take the lead. Looking to hang on to that lead now. Roggenbeck under center. He's going to hand it off to Hop. He's looking to the left side. DB has to come up and a little bit slow getting up there. Hop able to get himself almost another first down. Looks like you're going to be marked about 3 or 4 yards short. Now they'll have him right there at the 30, check that, the 41-yard line. 2nd and 4, 21 seconds on the clock. Hop able to get out of bounds and stop the clock. Central Lake still has one timeout. Roggenbeck going to be in the shotgun. Miller and Hop set up in the backfield. He's going to drop back to throw. He looks to that right side, and it's going to be picked off. Nice defense. Well covered. And that was Royce in there again. Cal Royce makes the interception and comes off a little bit slow, but no worse from wear. So St. Mary with 14 seconds to go, 22-20 lead here as we get ready for halftime. In just a moment, we'll see if they dial up something. O'Connell in his shotgun. He's going to keep that one. Looks for a little bit of a seam. He's got it. Cuts back into the middle. Gets it across. Good enough to move it for a first down. They're going to spot that one at the 46-yard line. Hurry up offense. He's under center, and he's going to go ahead and spike the ball with 5 seconds to go. So St. Mary going to try and make this one interesting with 5 seconds to go. No timeouts. They spike the ball. Good heads-up play by the offense on that. O'Connell in the shotgun now. 3 wide receivers. Royce is going to go in motion. Defense didn't really move on that one as O'Connell drops back. He looks to the sideline. He's got a man open. It's Royce. Makes the catch. Out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. There's no time left on the clock, and that is going to do it. So your halftime score, 22-20, St. Mary's with the lead. And, well, we'll see if we come out with gangbusters here in the second half. Definitely a slow start for the Snowbirds, but they got things moving along and able to get the lead. And with that, we'll step aside. It's halftime here, and we'll bring you our halftime thoughts, set you up for the conference action, and of course that next level action, all of it here, Snowbird football on Next Level Broadcasting.
Game is presented J&J Gaylord Seal Coating, Robert T. Westerman, attorney at law, Professional Seamless Gutters, Schultz's Marathon Party Store, Mama Leone's, Raffy's Hibachi and Sushi Bar, The Powerhouse Gym, Gaylord Eye Care Center, Traverse City TVC Cherry Capital Airport, and Sky Media 45. We hope you are enjoying tonight's game.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Today's
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, Then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced staff for yourself.
We all know Northern Michigan winters take a toll on our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Today's game is presented by J&J Construction, Gaylord Seal Coating, Robert T. Westerman, Attorney at Law, Professional Seamless Gutters, Schultz's Marathon Party Store, Mama Leone's, Raffy's Hibachi and Sushi Bar, The Powerhouse Gym, Gaylord Eye Care Center, Traverse City TVC Cherry Capital Airport.
Welcome to the halftime show. We've got plenty of excitement here in today's game. It initially looked like Central Lake was just going to, well, they ambushed St. Mary and had an early lead, and up until we got just about to five minutes left in the half, St. Mary came back, and they were able to get the ball back on a turnover. It was a Cal Royce interception, and then, again, he got himself in position to catch a key pass to set him up. St. Mary set up for the touchdown, which gave them the lead, 22-20 here, as we've got about 5 minutes left in the half. Plenty to talk about, though, when we're looking at the rest of the Ski Valley Conference. We've got a lot of action, as a matter of fact. Besides tonight's game, we'll take a look at last night. Pellston improved to 2-0. They had a 32-6 win over Engadine. That's never an easy task. And, of course, Onaway hosting Bel Air tonight. Inland Lakes traveling to Brethren. Forest Area is at Cedarville. And that is your coverage for Ski Valley Conference action tonight. On Next Level, some of our other games, you might catch those on nextlevelbroadcasting.net. Charlevoix hosting Sheboygan. Traverse City St. Francis is at Ogama Heights. Elk Rapids is at Boyne City. Boyne City coming off a win against Alpena, a Division III opponent. So 50 quick points there for playoff points for Boyne City. You know they're loving that. We're looking at East Jordan on the road against Johannesburg Lewiston. We expect East Jordan to come away with a victory there. And all those games available to catch live and on demand, nextlevelbroadcasting.net. Taking a look at some of the historical context for tonight's matchup. We weren't able to cover that part in the pregame, so we'll let you know that 7 meetings between these two teams. Central Lake going back to 2020 when they joined the 8-player format. Last year, Central Lake lost. It was a 46-12 loss, as a matter of fact. They want to get back into the playoffs. They were in there last year and, again, lost that one. Both teams have dreams on a state title. The Snowbirds would be their first in the 8-player format. Trojans, they've been there before. Their inaugural season, they were in and won the championship. And, of course, last year, they were in the playoffs. Last time they were in the playoffs, rather, was last season. They fell to St. Ignace. St. Mary's been in 4 the last 5 years. Young team, they're hungry, and they'd like to get in there and earn themselves a championship. And tonight, one team is going to make another step forward, and one is going to have a mountain to climb if they lose, and that's just the nature of the Ski Valley Conference and 8-player football format. Not a lot of room for error, and not any real opportunities to play up on some of those bigger division rivals like you'll see with 11-player football. But a lot of talent out here on the field on display tonight on both sides of the ball. Again, we saw some great movement, great offensive movement with the ball there with Roggenbeck mixing the pass and run. Billy Hopp with some nice runs around the edges. And, of course, Grant Miller up the middle. And he's able to be a little bit elusive, too, if he can get that seam and get it into that second level. So some interesting action tonight. Also want to mention, too, we've got some college football coming up as well. College football, 2 regional games that we want to bring to your attention. A couple of primetime matchups tomorrow night. Number 15, Michigan Wolverines, traveling to Norman, Oklahoma. They're going to take on the number 18 Sooners. That one kicks off 7:30 on ABC. The Spartans kicking it off in primetime at home against Boston College. That one's going to be on NBC Peacock, also at 7:30. Tomorrow at noon, the Chippewas going to be at Pittsburgh to take on Pitt. Western Michigan hosting North Texas. Eastern Michigan hosting Long Island. And at 1 o'clock, Alma traveling to Wisconsin River Falls. So we're going to wish Alma good luck. And, of course, at the pro level, Tigers are underway right now. They're opening a 3-game stand against the Chicago White Sox. That one started at 6:40. Right now it's in the bottom of the 5th, tied 4-4. It was looking to create some pad, I guess, before we get into the playoffs. They've actually got this series. They're going to travel to New York to take on the Yankees after this weekend stand. They'll go down to Miami for 3 on the road. And then they've got 3 at home with Cleveland. They'll wrap it up with another 12 games, 3 of those on the road and 6 at home. Tigers looking to try and get back into the postseason. See how that all works out for them. And, of course, tomorrow, Sunday, we've got the Detroit Lions back in action. They're going to be at Lambeau Field. 4:25, that game starts on CBS. Last night, the NFL officially kicked off its regular season in a lackluster game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Final score on that, the Eagles edged the Cowboys 24-20. Jalen Carter was the big headline of that story. Of course, with most of the starting players sitting out a preseason, it was a little bit sloppy, some drop balls and miscues on both sides of the football for both teams. Jalen Carter ejected after 6 seconds, the opening kickoff, and before the first offensive snap, he spit on Dak Prescott and was kicked out of the game. See how that one shakes out. So there's your halftime thoughts. We've got, we'll get you set up for the second half here. Some final thoughts on the first half of the game and what we might expect to see here in the second half as we continue your Snowbird football coverage here on Next Level Broadcasting.
Now, Northtown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across Northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise. If you're struggling with anything vision related, then don't hesitate to schedule a consultation and meet their friendly and experienced.
Welcome back to Herrick Field in Central Lake, Michigan. Getting ready for the second half. Your Gaylord Snowbirds lead this one 22-20. Some excellent football movement, some excellent football plays, moving the ball pretty well with not a lot of time, able to tighten up that score. looked like they were going to go into halftime with a 4-point deficit, but they were able to go ahead and, on a Cal Royce interception, move the ball down again. Another touchdown. Extra point was no good, but that gave you the 22-20 lead. Snowbirds won the toss, deferred, so that one's going to be kicked and down right about the 42, 43-yard line. And that's where your Snowbirds offense is going to start here, 1st and 10, getting ready to kick off this second half. Gaylord looking to clean up some of the penalties. A hard count giving him fits in that first half. O'Connell in the backfield. He's got one in there with him. And it's going to be a tackle for a loss. Central Lake all over that one. That was Jeremiah Broylat. So 2nd and 13 now with 11:39 to go. So we got to say hi to Justin. Troy wanted us to pass that on. Appreciate you checking out the broadcast on Next Level, and feel free to drop anything there in the comment section. Doesn't even necessarily have to be nice. O'Connell now in the shotgun. He's got Grenier. He's going to take it up the middle. Drags a couple of tacklers with him as he rumbles down for about 7 yards on that. Makes up for that loss and brings up 3rd and 7 now. Grenier was definitely a force to be reckoned with in that first half. Doing a great job carrying the ball, carrying a lot of the running load between he and O'Connell. It's going to be another dose of, no, it's a fake. He finds Royce. That's O'Connell finds Royce. He's down the left seam, does a little stutter step and trying to create a little bit of space. DB started to buy it, but he's going to be tackled just short of the goal line. A nice play. The defense definitely bid on Grenier with that run up the middle, and that left Royce wide open. O'Connell rolled out and hit his man. That was a beautiful pass and catch, and Royce does a nice job working his way down the sidelines. He's going to take a step off and catch a little bit of a breather here as O'Connell comes in from the sideline with the play. Just about 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Shotgun. Blitz coming. O'Connell falls on that one as a low snap. 2nd and goal here. So only 2 lost on that one. 9:50 here as O'Connell takes the play in from the sideline. You got to break that hull or you're going to end up with a delay of game here in a moment. Hand is up by that back judge. 4 seconds. Direct snap. O'Connell's going to take it in. Finds a seam. Looks like he's in. Yes. Touchdown Snowbirds. Working his way just off the left side of the center. Nice running lane for him to get it into the end zone. And the Snowbirds extend their lead now 28-20 with 9:18 to go here in the third quarter. They'll keep their offense out there and try and add 2 more points. Last conversion was no good. We'll see what they're able to dial up this time. Officials, they've got officials trying to get some headlights turned off there as it's burning our eyeballs here coming in from the other sideline. There we go. And now we've got those off, and we can get this extra point attempt underway. waiting for another set of car lights, I guess, in the end zone to get that sorted out. Looks like we'll get this attempt underway, barring any more headlight issues. O'Connell takes the snap. He's going to keep it. Cuts back to the left. It was well covered by Central Lake. He's not going to make it. And so the extra point attempt, no good. 9:18 here in the third quarter. Snowbirds with a 28-20 lead. We're going to keep it right here. Just want to let you know that Rafi's Hibachi and Sushi Bar sponsoring our player of the game tonight and every night. You want to celebrate a big win or maybe a special anniversary, make sure you head on down to Rafi's. Make it your destination. Something on the menu for everybody. Rafi's, a proud sponsor of our player of the game tonight and every night. Player of the game gets a gift certificate to Rafi's Hibachi. Thank you very much for your support. So the defense now going to have a chance to make an impact here. Offense with a nice drive. Some good running and a nice play-action pass to set up that touchdown. Royce back out there to kick it away. And he's going to give it the big boot. Get him all the way back to the 10 where he's going to field it. He's looking to cut up toward the middle. Makes a couple of tacklers miss. Cuts loose another one. Finally brought down as he gets out to the 35-yard line. Nice piece of running. That was Billy Hopp on that one. Used to seeing him in the backfield. So the Central Lake Trojans is going to try and take some of that steam out of Gaylord St. Mary. St. Mary defense. See if they're up to the task. I formation. Rodenbeck under center. It's going to be a handoff. There's Miller. Somehow looked like he was going to be swallowed up in the middle, and he bounced his way out to the left side. Able to get that one down to, looks like about the 41-yard line. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 4. Rodenbeck again under center, I formation. Miller and Hopp in the backfield. Going to be a handoff. Hopp. He's going to try that left side. He's had some luck with it tonight. He's going to get the first down as he crosses the 50 down to the 49 into St. Mary territory. 1st and 10 now as we're under 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Rodenbeck again, I formation. He's under center. Miller set up in that fullback position. And we had movement on both sides of the ball. Hopp jumped in the backfield. It also looked like we had a lineman there for St. Mary, and that's the one who's going to get the flag. But as he jumped, it looked like Hopp also jumped for Central Lake. So they'll tick off 5. That'll bring up 1st and 5. Central Lake with the ball on the 44-yard line. That hard count just giving him fits. Miller in the fullback position. Rodenbeck under center. He's going to pitch it out. Hopp trying that left side again. Looked like O'Connell might have got up there and got a piece of him, to just enough to get him out of bounds. So that's going to be no gain on the play, 2nd and 5. Good job by the St. Mary defense to string that one out. O'Connell finally there to knock him out of bounds. They'll call that a 1-yard loss, actually, 2nd and 6. Miller back in there, Hopp as well. Rodenbeck under center. He gets another jump. We'll see. Looked like it was, yeah, they're going to call that on St. Mary. Can't tell if that was Cameron or. But again, that heart count just wreaking havoc. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 1. Ball on the 40-yard line. I formation, Rodenbeck under center. He's got Miller and Hop with him. He's going to go Miller. Tries to bounce it around the outside, but he's going to be stacked up, and he's not going to get that first down. 3rd and 1. No gain on the play. Miller and Hop in that I formation. Rodenbeck back under center. Under 8 minutes now here in the 3rd quarter. Tries the hard count. Miller gets that handoff. Tries to get it to the 40. I don't know. We'll see if they gave him any kind of progress, but it looks like he's going to be short. They're going to mark him just short of the 40-yard line, so that's going to bring up 4th and 1. Gaylord making a stand here. 3 back-to-back-to-back runs, and they've stood strong there. Not for the penalties. They'd be in great shape right now. So we'll see what Central Lake dials up if they go for another run or maybe play action. Rodenbeck in the shotgun. Look for that shovel pass. He's coming out to this. Looks like he might have got that edge, but no. Big tackle there to save the first down. Rodenbeck looked like he was going to try and just set up a block and maybe make a cut back in to get the 40, but he wasn't going to get it. Grenier was there to make the tackle and save that first down. So your Snowbirds coming out. 6:53 here in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10, Gaylord St. Mary. Excellent defensive stand after a couple of penalties really set him back. The defense did a really good job stopping the run on that series. Central Lake had some success earlier in the game around the edges, but excellent job by those Snowbirds. And here we go. 1st and 10, O'Connell going to be in the shotgun. He's got Grenier. Grenier there. He's going to try and get it across the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard or 2 before he's brought down. They'll give him 1 yard on the play, so 2nd and 9. Got one back, and O'Connell in the shotgun. He's going to take it. A miscue on the handoff. Ball is on the ground. Looks like Central Lake had it. Not sure if O'Connell, no, he was trying to get back into that pile and not able to get that. Little bit of a miscue on that handoff, and that's going to be a turnover. So Central Lake with a fresh set of downs in St. Mary territory. That ball spotted on the 41-yard line. So the defense out there again as the wind picks up now, moving right into the face of the Central Lake Trojan offense. Rodenbeck in the shotgun. 4 running plays unsuccessful on that last series. We'll see what they dial up this time. As he goes around the edge, he's got some blockers in front of him. He's going to try and get to the 40. He's not going to get much more than that. Might have got a yard or 2. St. Mary, again, does a good job protecting the edge. So 2-yard gain on that one brings up 2nd and 8. Had 2 blockers out in front of him and still not able to shake that defense loose. Good coverage by the Snowbirds. I formation now. Miller in the game with Hop. Rodenbeck under center. He's going to take that, pitch it to Hop. Makes one man miss. He's going to cut it back inside. Get some positive yardage. Initially looked like he might have gotten wrapped up there for a second in the backfield, but made a nice move to get free, and that's going to bring up third and about 5. I'll make that 3rd and 6. Coming up on the 5-minute mark here in the third quarter. St. Mary with the 8-point lead, 28-20. Lot of run here from the Central Lake offenses. Rodenbeck sets up the I formation. He's under center. Going to drop back. It's the option play. He's going to keep it, and he's not going to go anywhere. Well covered by St. Mary as he's going to be tackled for a loss. That was Skoronski. Got his nose in there on that one. And that's going to bring up 4th and 7. So St. Mary, again, doing a really good job on the run, particularly that left side. Not having a lot of success there as Central Lake. Trojans break the huddle and come on out. Rodenbeck's going to be in the shotgun. Looks like he's got Hop and Miller both out there with him. Drops back to pass. He's got pursuit. Cameron's going to rush him out of there, and he's going to be tackled from behind, short of the line to gain. It looked like Charlie Cameron was in there on that tackle, and that's going to create a turnover on downs. 4:19 to go here. Third quarter, 1st and 10 now for the St. Mary Snowbirds. Again, another nice defensive stand by Gaylord St. Mary, giving their offense a chance to move the ball, try and get that field flipped at a minimum. Be nice to see him extend that lead. Royce is going to be in the backfield with O'Connell in the shotgun. That's Royce. He's got a little bit of a seam there as he cuts it across the left side over the 40-yard line. They'll mark that right at the 40, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Royce is going to stay in that tailback position. Hand it off to Royce. He finds some room up the middle, tries to cut it over to the right side. He's able to get a little bit of positive yardage. Hard-earned yardage, as a matter of fact, but that's going to bring up 3rd and 4. So St. Mary content to keep the ball on the ground for now. Royce is going to stay out there. We'll see where he lines up. Yeah, he'll be in the tailback position. 3rd and 4. O'Connell in the shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to hand it to Royce. No, he'll keep it. Follows Royce through the line, and he's going to get enough for the first down. And an extra yard, as a matter of fact. That's going to move the chains now and bring up 1st and 10. Gaylord on the 47-yard line. Gaylord St. Mary there with 1st and 10 on the 47. O'Connell takes the play into the huddle. They break. Royce is going to stay in at the tailback position. Man in motion. Royce this time takes it. Initially looked like he was going to be tackled for a loss. Shakes loose. Able to get it back into the middle. Positive yards on that one. Good for a 6-yard gain. Going to bring up 2nd and 4 now. So we saw Grenier in the first half carrying the load, and so far it's Cal Royce sophomore transfer from Boyne City, making his mark there on the running game and an interception earlier tonight. Another run play. That one's going to go up the middle. That's Grenier. He shakes one loose, gets it down to the 40-yard line, moves the chains again. That's going to bring up 1st and 10. Snowbirds rolling now. Got it into the Central Lake Trojan territory. Logan Grenier now having to do a little equipment check. His shoe came off. Trying his best Bernard Robinson impression out there. We'll get him laced up and ready to go here as O'Connell takes the play in from the sideline. Grenier there, going to take the snap. Looked like he was going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage, but some tough running, and he's able to get it back in a little bit of positive yardage. Broke that contact in the backfield and able to lean forward and at least get a yard. That's going to bring up 2nd and 9. And another shoe issue there as we get that tightened up and waiting for the play to come in. O'Connell lines up in the shotgun again. He's going to keep this one, tries the right side, shakes one tackle loose, gets the chains moved, does a nice job eluding a tackle. Would have been just a small gain, but he's able to move the chains. Nice move by the sophomore quarterback. So got to fix the down marker there. There we go. 1st down now. 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 30-yard line. Play coming in. St. Mary doing a good job running the ball and eating up some clock here. 22 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. They've got the 8-point lead. Grenier's going to take it up the middle, and he's not going to get very far. Maybe back up to the line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 9, and that's going to also end the quarter. So with our score, 28-20, we'll keep it right here as we flip the field and get ready for the 4th quarter. Snowbirds with the 28-20 lead. Hey, just want to remind you, J&J Construction, many times, we don't know where to go when we're starting a process of building or remodeling our house, but that's where J&J Construction comes in. They're going to help you every step of the way, get you into that dream home. Trusted by everyone, respected by all. J&J Construction, a proud supporter of Gaylord St. Mary Athletics and our pregame show sponsor as well, so we thank them. And, of course, Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. Absolutely appreciate their sponsorship, and they're helping all of us make those fall and winter plans. Book now, Cherry Capital Airport, TVC is the way to fly. And Professional Seamless Gutters. Your home's gutters always there when you need them to be. So our good friend Orion Beningo, he's there for us too, and that's why he started Professional Seamless Gutters, to make sure your gutters are there when you need them most. Professional Seamless Gutters offering fast and experienced service and real-time quotes. Check them out, 989-619-3407. O'Connell's going to keep that one around the left side, gets it down to about the 20-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. So they continue to move the ball on the ground. O'Connell's going to come in and take the play. St. Mary coming up on that red zone, just a yard short. They've been pretty effective on the Trojan side of the field once they've gotten it in there. O'Connell now in the shotgun. Going to hand that one off. He's got some room to run. He breaks through one tackle. Takes 3 more to get him down. Good positive yardage there. That was Skoronski. $11:47 here in the fourth quarter, just underway. St. Mary looking to add to that 28-20 lead. Having some success on the ground here. New set of downs. It's on the 12-yard line. Skoronski in the backfield. O'Connell in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off. No, he's going to toss it. Play action. And he's got a man open. Looks like he's just short of the end zone. That was Royce looking for the pylon, just not able to get it. He stretched out to try and get that one. They're going to bring Royce off and bring in Grenier. Both of them running effectively for the Snowbirds tonight. So first and goal from the 4-yard, oh, check that, the 1-yard line. O'Connell, look for him to follow Grenier back into the end zone, and that's exactly what he does. Finds a nice seam between that defensive or offensive lineman and his fullback and gets it into the end zone. So St. Mary able to extend that lead 34-20 with 11:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Going to go for 2 here, obviously, and last 2 attempts they fell short. We'll see if they're able to punch it in. O'Connell, he's going to follow those backs in there, turns his legs, looked like he might have, no, they're going to say he was just short. Thought he might have had it with forward progress, but no, that's going to be a failed attempt. So your score with 11:15 to go in the fourth quarter, 34-20. We'll be back with more St. Mary Snowbird football on Next Level Broadcasting. And welcome back, Central Lake, Michigan here, where your Central Lake Trojans jumped to an early lead, and then Gaylord St. Mary with just a little bit of time left in the first half, able to take the lead back into halftime, and now extending that, 34-20 your score with 11:15 to go, and St. Mary going to kick this one off. The Trojans looking for an opportunity to try and get on the board again. They're going to take that bouncer and pick it up at about the 20-yard line. He's able to take it out to the 35, make that the 36 before he's brought down by a couple of Snowbirds. So 1st and 10, Central Lake looking to try and get things going. 2 series in a row, we've seen the Snowbird defense do a really good job stuffing that run, stringing plays out to the sidelines. We'll see if they can keep that up. And at some point, you got to think Central Lake is going to have to get Roden back to throw the ball. It's a young secondary for St. Mary, so we'll see. So Roden back under center. He's got Hop in the backfield with him. Looking over the top, and he's not going to get the pass loose as he's sacked, taken down for a loss. Coach is going to lose their mind over that celebration. That's exactly what you don't want to do. That'll get you a flag. Jackson Vernier with a great play. We'll work on the post-play celebration later. 2nd and 17, 7-yard loss on that sack. 10:32 to go in the ball game. That defense doing a fantastic job getting home on that pass play. Central Lake not having to really drop back and do much there in the passing game, but now with the 14-point deficit, they've got to do something. This time it's going to be a false start. So it sets them back even more, bringing up 2nd and 22 here. Definitely not the situation the Trojans wanted to find themselves in here, down 2 scores. Roggenbeck in the shotgun now. It's going to be Hop. He's going to try that right side. Cuts back. Going to be taken out of bounds. Maybe got a yard. Again, good coverage by that Snowbird defense. So we've got 3rd and 21 now. Obviously 2 downs if you're Central Lake. You got to think that they're going to have to go to the air again here. Letting a lot of time fall off that clock here. 9:15, 9:14. Taking their time in the huddle. I formation. Roggenbeck under center. He's going to drop back, rolls out to his left. He's looking to throw, and he drops the ball. That they're going to say it was trying to throw the ball. He had the ball up like he was looking to throw, but it didn't really throw it. Of course, there's no instant replay here in high school football, but they're going to call that an incomplete pass and bring up 4th and 21. This is obviously a passing down with 4th and 21, 8:55 on the clock. Initially, Royce was going to look like the deep back there to take the punt, but obviously going to force that punt there. And that one is going to fall dead at the 46-yard line. St. Mary with great field position, 8:46 to go here. And we'll keep it right here. 34-20 your score. Ground and pound was the name of the game the last series, and we'll see if St. Mary continues that philosophy with 14-point lead and just eating away at that clock. Central Lake didn't appear to be in a hurry on that last series at all. So here we go. O'Connell in the shotgun. Going to hand it off. Grenier takes it up the middle. Finds a little bit of room as he works his way over just a little bit to the left side. Gets it across midfield. That's going to bring up 2nd and about 5. So again, St. Mary going to keep it on the ground. Let that clock wind down. Not in a big hurry. So Connell brings that play in from the sideline. Snowbirds have things rolling pretty well. There's O'Connell, takes it, going to hand it to Grenier. No gain there. Might have lost a half a yard on that carry. $7:44 now. That clock keeps winding down. Royce is going to come off. Skowronski in. O'Connell bringing the play in from the sideline. 7:26 on the clock. 3rd and 6. He's going to hang on to that one. Little pass out to the left. That's Gawronski. That's good for a first down as he gets across midfield down to about the 42-yard line. Snowbirds moving. 7:05 here in the 4th quarter. Want to give a quick shout out to, who do we have there? THC Yoshi. Thanks for, not sure what that icon even is right there. We'll have Levi, our engineer, check that one out. Yoshi? All right, just Yoshi. Shotgun, O'Connell going to hand it to Grenier. He's going to find some room on the left side, breaks through, and takes it out there for a nice gain. They're going to call that one there at the 35-yard line, so that's going to bring up 2nd and short. Central Lake going to call a timeout there. 6:20. St. Mary doing a great job, not only running the ball, but just keeping that clock running. Great management, time management there. And when your backs are hitting those holes and the line making those blocks, definitely helps make that happen. We just want to say a couple of things about our sponsors there, J&J Construction. Don't forget, when you want to get that process of building or remodeling started, make sure J&J Construction is on your Rolodex. They're going to help you every step of the way, get you into that dream home. Trusted by everyone, respected by all. Proud supporter of our Gaylord St. Mary Athletics. Appreciate you sponsoring our game here on Next Level Broadcasting. Give you a quick update here while we're thinking about it. The Tigers, of course, opening up a 3-game set with the White Sox at Comerica Park. And Chicago, bottom of the 7th, they've taken a 3-run lead, 7-4, 2 outs at the bottom of the 7th. Back to football. O'Connell in the shotgun. He's going to keep this one. Got his first down. We got a flag there coming from. See where they're going to spot this one. He had the first down. Not sure what the flag was. They're going to march that one off against St. Mary, though. Now they're going to call a hold there on St. Mary. So 6:13. That's going to bring up 2nd and long. Call it 2nd and 7. Another fumble on the handoff exchange. O'Connell able to get down on that one. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 2-yard loss on that one. Going to make it 3rd and 10. TVC Cherry Capital Airport, dreaming of that sun and sand. Well, they're going to help you get there. Cherry Capital Airport going to take you there, whether it's the Florida beaches, the Caribbean. You want to hit the links in Phoenix, they're going to help you with nonstop flights on Allegiant. We'll tell you more right after this play. O'Connell in the shotgun. Going to hand that one off. That's Grenier. He's going to find some room around the right side. Takes 4 tacklers to get him down as he gets it back into manageable territory. It's going to bring up 4th and about 3 yards. So Cherry Capital Airport, we're talking about Phoenix for golf or the Caribbean or Florida beaches. You've got American, Delta, United. They'll take you there. You can book your fall or winter vacations to 20 nonstop locations. Enjoy some fun in the sun in this fall and winter, and don't miss those opportunities for seats. They're filling up fast. Get yours booked now. tvcairport.com for the up-to-the-minute flight details. Missed snap. That was originally from Charlie Cameron. He's not able to fall on it, but Central Lake looks like in that scrum. So that's going to be a turnover after the high snap. Looked like Charlie Cameron was back there to get the snap. It was over his head. Fell on the ball, squirted loose, and offense coming back out on the field for Central Lake. 1st and 10, and they're in Snowbird territory, 47-yard line. St. Mary with the 14-point lead. Defense back out on the field. They've done a pretty good job with the run these last 3 or 4 series. I formation. That's Hop with it. He's going to try the right side. He hits the corner and forced out of bounds after a short gain. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5. 4:12 to go here in the ball game. Central Lake can't afford to take too much time off the clock. They're down 2 scores. Hop is going to stay in the game. Rodenbeck under center. And it looks like we got another offside on the snap, so lined up in the neutral zone. So that's going to march it up. That should be enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 now. So Central Lake set up at the 37-yard line. 4:10. The Trojans trying to move the ball. St. Mary trying to hang on for the lead. Rodenbach, shotgun. He's going to try the left side. He gets around the corner. We'll see. Strung it out. He gets the corner. Looked like he stepped out of bounds as he tried to cut back in, but just short of the first down marker. They're going to say he was about a yard short. We'll bring up 2nd and 1 now. Ball inside that 30-yard line. And again, out of bounds, so the clock will stop at 4:04. So shout out from Mr. Cameron. Charlie's dad says, let's go. See if the big fella can get home. Tackle for a loss here. I formation, Rodenbach. He's going to pitch it to Hop. He doesn't find much room on the right side. Tries the left. Gets loose of one tackler, but he's finally brought down. O'Connell in there to bring him down at the 20. So the first down will stop the clock at 3:56. That wind just humming along now. Blowing from the St. Mary sideline across the field now. So where it was at their back. Herrick Field in a little bit of a bowl here, so not too bad on the field. 1st and 10 on the 20. Under 3:40 to go. Rodenbach in the shotgun. He's going to take it. Tries the right side. Blitz almost got him, but there's Charlie Cameron to clean him up. Rodenbach nearly sacked on the blitz, and then Charlie Cameron steps in as he tries to go back inside, and there was nowhere for him to go. The big fella gets home. So that's a sack, 2-yard loss on the play. Brings up 2nd and 12. Mini Fridge making his presence known there in the backfield. Does a great job on that play. Central Lake now under 3 minutes to go. 2nd and 12. They've got to get 2 scores here. I formation. Rodenbeck is looking to initially pass, tries the option. Cameron's in there to get him again. 3 Snowbirds in there, Charlie Cameron among them. Logan Grenier also in there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 15 as the clock continues to tick. Almost to the 2-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. St. Mary defense showing some moxie out here. 3rd and 15. I formation, Rodenbeck under center. He's going to pitch that. Hop's going to try the right side. He's got a lane. He's brought down. Nice open field tackle there by Nathan O'Connell. Coming in from that linebacker position to keep him from well short of the first down. So that's going to bring up 4th and about 9. Central Lake got to go. And we've got a timeout on the field. So with that, let's step aside for a moment. Back with the finale here as we continue on Next Level Broadcasting.
The Humors, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Vision Source and Gaylord Eye Care are proud to be offering their services to local communities across northern Michigan. With locations in Gaylord, Point City, Bel Air, and Sheboygan, they're committed to serving you and providing a trusted source of credentials and expertise.
All right, welcome back. Here we go. It's all the marbles. 4th and 9, 155. Rodenbeck pitches. He finds Hop. He's going to look for some room on that left side. He's going to get some room and enough for the first down. No, not the first down. I was looking at the line of scrimmage marker there. O'Connell saves him from getting that first down. That's going to be a turnover on down. So St. Mary with 1:50 to go, all their timeouts. Central Lake with 1 timeout. And ready to bring the offense back out. We'll see that victory formation shortly. So here comes the offense. Looking to seal the deal here. St. Mary on that first quarter wasn't looking good, but they got the ship righted and managed to go into the half with the lead and extend that lead and basically put the kibosh to the Central Lake offense. And they're going to run that one up the middle. He's going to bounce that out to the left side, keep those legs churning and the clock ticking. Stays in bounds, 141. Central Lake going to have to call that last time out. 1st and 10 now for your Snowbirds. And this one's all about done here with the clock ticking down now, just about 1:30 to go. Great effort by that line in that running game. And here's the victory formation. This is exactly what you're looking for. St. Mary going to let that clock run out. Wonderful job by their running backs and finding some room to run. You got to say Cal Royce, great job. Logan Grenier with another fine performance from the backfield. And, of course, Nathan O'Connell doing it on both sides of the ball with some key tackles and some great running on his own. So under a minute to go here, and the victory formation lining up again. We certainly appreciate all of you tuning in and watching our coverage of Central Lake and Gaylord St. Mary here on this beautiful fall day. As they'll take another knee, and that'll just about do it. Might have been the difference of about 3 seconds from the play clock to the game clock. So we'll get one more kneel down, and that will do it. And we're under 20 seconds now. Charlie Cameron making himself felt big time on that last series. Got in there and disrupted the backfield twice, a sack and a tackle for a loss. Great all-around effort. Logan Grenier as well, doing it on defense and on offense. Super effort from these Snowbirds, and that's going to do it. So from Herrick Field in Central Lake, Michigan, your final score, Gaylord St. Mary 34, Central Lake Trojans 20. St. Mary moves to 2-0, a perfect record in the Ski Valley and perfect record overall. We'll be back with some post-game thoughts coming up next on Next Level Broadcasting.
On our parking lots and driveways, but Gaylord Seal Coating has you covered. A proud sponsor of local high school athletics, Gaylord Seal Coating specializes in infrared seamless asphalt repair, hot pour crack filling, striping, and more. Need a new snowplow solution this winter? GSC can do that too. Commercial, residential, private roadways, and associations, Gaylord Seal Coating is your answer. Give them a call today at 989-732-5003.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
And welcome back to Herrick Field in Central Lake, Michigan. Again, your final score, Gaylord St. Mary 34, Central Lake Trojans 20. St. Mary moving to a perfect 2-0, 1-0 in the conference, and of course it's going to be a tight one through the Ski Valley. Pellston already 2-0, and we're looking at Inland Lakes. We'll see what happens tonight, but that's the big game still on the schedule. We're looking at that one all the way down. The last regular season game, another showdown seems to be lining up for Inland Lakes and Gaylord St. Mary. So the Snowbirds had their big test tonight, bookended by those games, of course. They've got Forest Area coming up. That's going to be a home game next week, followed by Bel Air. They'll wrap up September on the road against Onaway, and then they'll stay on the road with a matchup against Pellston. Pellston looking pretty good this year as well. They'll come back home to Family Field for the final 3 regular season games. That's Breckenridge coming up, Holton as well, and the finale with Inland Lakes. And again, a great effort by a resilient Snowbird team. Fell behind early. Some miscues and some penalties kind of set them back. But they were able to be, just kind of get their legs back under them. And behind that running game, able to catch up and take that lead at the halftime and never look back after that. So we appreciate you watching our coverage here of St. Mary Snowbird football on Next Level Broadcasting. I'm Tom Clemenson. For my engineer, Levi, and your brother, Cameron, who came in last minute to help us with some of the photography duties. We appreciate him, and we appreciate all of you. Until next week, we'll see you, and keep it tuned. Next Level Broadcasting for all your football coverage.